Hola Spanish learner, I'm Leslie Foster from Common Ground International. And if you have been learning Spanish for quite some time, you probably have heard this verb acabar. And I like to call it a two-faced verb because on one side, it's very clear what it means and how to use it. But on the other side, depending on how you use it, with which prepositions you use it, there can be little slight changes in its meaning. So this video is to help you become more native-like in your Spanish speaking. So let's jump in. And if you learned something from this video, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, like it, and share it with a friend that's also learning Spanish. Okay, let's jump in. Unos ejemplos para empezar. I think you know what acabar means, but if you don't, after these examples, you will know. Okay, ayer acabé el libro Soñar en Cubano. So yesterday I finished, okay, the book. Excelente. Otro ejemplo. Nos tenemos que acabar esta salsa pronto. We have to finish this salsa soon before it gets bad, it spoils, okay? Y otro ejemplo, el tercer ejemplo, la fiesta se acabó a las 3 de la madrugada. So the party ended at 3 in the morning, at 3 in the early morning. Okay, unos ejemplos, ¿qué significa acabar? In these examples, what does it mean? Okay, acabar alone is synonymous with the verb terminar. They both mean to end, to finish, okay, to finalizar, to complete. Okay, so es un sinónimo con terminar or finalizar when you use acabar alone. Excelente. Pero there's a big but, okay? But the meaning of acabar changes when we use it with certain prepositions. So we're going to look at those very slight changes because if you are able to use acabar with these prepositions, you're going to sound more native-like. And when it's used reflexively, it also takes on a different meaning. So let's jump in. Okay, acabar with the preposition de, followed by an infinitive, an unconjugated verb. Acabar de, followed by an unconjugated verb. Let's look at some examples of what it means. So it means to have just done something. So what have you just done? Can you think about it in Spanish? Can you try to use this form? Unos ejemplos aquí. And it means to have just done something in the very recent past. So literally to have just done something. Unos ejemplos. Acabo de ver a mi amiga. I just saw my friend. Acabo de ver a mi amiga. Acaba de terminar el proyecto. So she or he just finished the project. Acabamos de ir al supermercado. We just went to the supermarket. Okay? Acabar plus de plus infinitivo means to have just done something. So give it a shot next time you're speaking Spanish. Otro slight change, acabar with the preposition por followed by the infinitivo. What do you think it means? Acabar por. Okay, when you have finally done something that you've been waiting to do for a very long time. Just looking around at my house and office, there are many things that I have wanted to do that maybe I'll finally get to do one of these days, okay? Or when you end up doing something that you weren't planning on doing at the very beginning. So acabar por, to finally have done something that you've been wanting to do, or when you end up doing something that you weren't necessarily planning on doing. Plans change a little bit. Unos ejemplos. Acabé por limpiar el garaje. I finally cleaned the garage. Acabé por. That por means to finally have done something. Okay? Acabamos por tomar el Uber. We ended up taking an Uber. Maybe there are no taxis available, or public transportation didn't work, or a friend couldn't pick us up. So acabamos por tomar el Uber. That is something that we did, although we weren't planning on doing at the beginning. Okay? So acabar por. What are some examples that you can use with that? Vamos a ver otro ejemplo. Acabar con, the preposition con, with. So acabar con followed by the infinitive. Ooh, this takes on a kind of a serious twist, okay? So to put an end to something. To have ruined or destroyed something. So if your mind is going about some uses, we're going to look at some, okay? Or also it takes on a big sense of finality. So something ended and maybe it's not going to come back, or it's not going to happen again, okay? So unos ejemplos aquí. Acabaste con nuestra relación. Okay, you finished, you ended our relationship. Acabaste con nuestra relación. It is done. Maybe you destroyed it. It is ruined. Okay, so you can think about this in a sense of relationships. Okay, acabé con mi novio. I broke up with my boyfriend. It is done. It is final. Acabé con mi novio. Okay. Otro uso de acabar con, el viento acabó con nuestra excursión al Parque Nacional. So this is an example of something that was disrupted, plans that were disrupted. So the wind, okay, finished or ended or ruined, okay, disrupted our excursion to the national park. So esos son unos ejemplos de acabar con. Ahora vamos a ver acabarse. So acabar in the reflexive form means to use up. Okay, so to end, but to use up in the sense of it is ended. To run its course. To die or to wear out, pero poco a poco. So to wear out or to die in the sense of having used up all our energy, depletion, okay, in that sense. Okay, end to end, por supuesto. So vamos a ver unos ejemplos de acabarse, okay. Los boletos se acabaron hace 2 días. So the tickets were all used up 2 days ago, okay? So there are no more left. They ended in the sense of they were all used up 2 days ago, hace 2 días. Okay, se acabó la leche. The milk, we used up the milk. The milk is gone, okay? Excelente, to use up. Otros ejemplos aquí. El programa de Grey's Anatomy, so if you watch Grey's Anatomy, okay, se acabó hace 5 años. I don't know if it really ran its course 5 years ago or when, okay, pero por un ejemplo, el programa de Grey's Anatomy ran its course, se acabó hace 5 años. Y un ejemplo más, and we were talking about depletion, dying slowly, okay, el anciano se fue acabando poco a poco. So this older gentleman, he was slowly losing his life, dying, okay, fading away. Unos ejemplos de acabarse. Ahora, it's quiz time. Te toca a ti, it's your quiz time. So go ahead and grab your phone and or grab a piece of paper and a pencil, and I'm going to give you 5 preguntas, okay? So, I just had a vacation. Which one are you going to use? Vamos a ver. You can put me on pause. Número 2. I finished my meeting with Stephanie. I ended my meeting with Stephanie. Número 3. That penalty kick ended the game. That was the final point. It ended the game. Número 4. He finally cleaned the car. He finally did something he said he was going to do. Número 5, the kids drank all the milk. Okay, so you have some options. You have acabarse, you have acabar, plain, solo, okay? You have acabar de, acabar con, y acabar por. So, unos ejemplos. I'm going to give you some tips if you are stuck. If you want to figure this out without my tips, then put me on pause and go ahead and write down which form of the verb you're going to use. Okay, here we go. So I just had a vacation is the use of acabar de. And we're going to see the whole phrase in un momento. Acabar de, to just have done something. Número 2, I finished my meeting with Stephanie. Es simplemente acabar. That's the straightforward meaning of acabar. Número 3, that penalty kick ended the game. Acabar con, okay? The preposition con. Número 4, he finally cleaned the car, acabar por. Y número 5, the kids drank all the milk. It's all used up, acabarse, reflexively. Okay, vamos a ver. Let's see how many you got correct. Número 1, acabo de tener vacaciones. I just had vacation. So acabo de, followed by the infinitive tener. Número 2, I finished my meeting with Stephanie. Acabé mi reunión con Stephanie. So, acabé solo. Número 3, el partido acabó con un penal. So, the game ended with a penalty kick. Número 4, él acabó por limpiar el carro. He finally acabó por limpiar el carro. Número 5, se acabó la leche. The milk is out. Se acabó la leche. It all ran out. How did you do? Let me know in the comments below if you're looking at this on the blog. But how did you do with this quiz? Did you get it? Okay, well, these Spanish quick tip lessons are for you to actually practice speaking, communicating with these quick tips. So te toca a ti, it is your turn. We want you to aplica los verbos, esos verbos. Okay, if you learned something new from this video, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Okay, like this video, leave a comment down below on the block, and pass this along to a friend of yours, all right? But use these verbs in your conversaciones. Remember, arriesgate, take a risk, okay? Abre la boca, open your mouth, make mistakes. Making mistakes in Spanish when you're learning any language is part of the process. So have fun, make mistakes, open your mouth, and try some of these new uses of acabar. Excelente. Muchísimas gracias y hasta la próxima.